everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here in Florence and I'm gonna take you with me to come and see the sights of Florence. I'm actually now at the end of my trip, but I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that I've recorded and of course take you through some of the perfume stuff, which is very exciting. So stick around, have a look and see where I've been, what I've got up to, and see all the beautiful things that Florence has in store. So did I buy any perfume, you might be wondering. I am so fussy. It's really hard for me to want to give space to a new fragrance in my collection because I just don't like to have too many. However, I told myself that if I found one I really liked here in Florence, I would treat myself and then it would be a lasting reminder, a souvenir of the trip. And did I find something? Well, find out now. I'm just on my way out. I have found a perfume that I love and I want to buy it. I actually tried it last night. I'm just going to insert a clip now that I took after dinner where I talked about this perfume, and we're going to go and buy it. Just walking home from dinner, and as you can see from my face, I've had wine. 2 glasses. By the first half a glass of wine, my face started to go pink. And here I am now, very, very pink. But I had an amazing meal and I feel all lovely. So I'm heading home now. I have found a fragrance that I love. So before dinner I went into Santa Maria Novella and tried some different perfumes, and I found a musk that I love. It's called muscio, which just means musk in Italian, and it's a slightly floral, slightly sweet, kind of basic but really nice musk. So I feel like I might have to buy it. Anyway, off to bed. It's scented in here. Yes, I did. I found something. So I did go back and buy muscio. I think that's how we say it. Here is the bottle. I went for the 100 milliliter bottle. It was 125 euros. And it says it's an eau de cologne. On my skin, it's actually really long lasting. The first time I tested it at the store, the next day I could still smell it on my wrist, so I was really impressed with that. It's one of those fragrances that comes and goes though. It doesn't have a really strong presence, but every now and then you catch a little whiff of it. Initially I thought it was basic white musk. There's 2 musk perfumes with musk in the name at Santa Maria Novella. There's a Muscio Oro and this one just Muscio. Now the Muscio Oro I also tried, and that one is, to my nose, really quite soapy and almost clinically clean. I really enjoyed it when it got to the far dry down. There's a light floralness to it as well, but it is more of a soapy type musk, almost like a soapy aldehyde thing going on with it as well. Nice, but very, very, to me, clinically clean. So it lacked the warmth that I need from a fragrance, and the original musk Muscio was the one that I fell for. Really, I got a different experience from it the first time I tried it to what I get now. I think I'm just noticing more aspects to it. It opens with a really light aniseed like feel, nothing heavy though. It doesn't feel like a really full-on like star anise, maybe even more like a fennel. I don't think either of those notes are listed, but it does open with this really light and ethereal aniseed type note, and you do get the musk straight away, and it's a clean musk at first, and I thought it was a clean musk the first time I wore it completely. And I started reading Fragrantica reviews, and most people describe it as clean musk. One person described it as quite filthy, and I thought, oh, you must be thinking about another fragrance. You must be wrong. And then when I smelled it again and again, I realised there is a really dirty note in here as well. It's not heavy, and it doesn't smell like a civet or anything or like I could really name, but it does remind me of the dirty aspect of Guerlain's Jicky. I think it's Jicky. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Jicky. I remember trying the Pure Parfum, and that has a bit of a like fecal note to it, honestly, like a dirty nappy. And I get the same thing here with this Muscio. So it's like the 2 musks. There's probably lots of different musk molecules in here, but just imagine a clean musk and then this dirty musk which verges on fecal, but the 2 are merged together, and the clean is the bigger. So clean is bigger, and then the pooey one is a little bit smaller, and then they merge together. And there's a couple of florals, I can't remember what they are. You just get this gentle floral, really in the background feel, and it truly is mostly about musk. But I really, really enjoy it, so I'm really happy to have it in my collection. And I was really tempted by another one. I've stopped myself from buying it, but they did let me have a sample of Rosa. This is the original Rosa. There's one called Rosa Novella. I didn't like that at all. I can't really explain why. I just didn't like it. Maybe, I don't think it was really heavy on the patchouli. I can't remember. And it wasn't a load of aroma chemicals either. There was something in there I really didn't like. This one though, the original Rosa, this is a violet and rose perfume, and it's so lovely. It's also quite musky. There's I think there's a neroli and a bergamot as well, but I don't really pick it up. I don't pick up any. Let me do another spray on my hand. I don't know how long it lasts because I did spray a few hours ago on my hand, and I'm not sure I'm getting much anymore. But the opening, there is a little hint of a sharpness, a freshness, but I would never specifically say I smell neroli, because neroli is quite a distinct smell. I think it's more about this almost fruity rose. So I'm not I don't think there's any fruit notes, but to me it smells like there could be a little raspberry, rose, violet and chalk. And I love a bit of chalk. Chalk is obviously not official. It's just what I get, a powdery chalkiness, so kind of like a makeup-y type of fragrance. I do really enjoy it. I have got time. I have got time to buy it if I want to. There's just this little sharpness, which I was wondering if there's geranium. There's no geranium listed either, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's just a touch, but it's not too much because I don't really enjoy geranium. But geranium does help to make a rosy note, so it could be that. It's so pretty. I like it a lot. My thoughts are that I just bought a really beautiful rose fragrance which is waiting for me at home. I'll be talking about that a bit more later on. Do I need to buy this one as well? I don't know. I mean, the shop's still open. The shop's open now and the shop will be open in the morning before I go and get my flight, so I could end up buying it. It's really nice, so I really don't know. But yes, I highly recommend those two. I also tried a Popanax the other night and that is excellent. I can't really describe it now because I've forgotten. Definitely lemony though, from memory. Sort of lemony, resiny. Really beautiful resinous perfume that's not too heavy. It's got a lightness to it. I thought it was gorgeous. I did try and get a sample but they didn't have any. So unfortunately I'm not going to revisit that one. But I highly recommend checking it out if you can. Basically, check out the fragrances from Santa Maria Novella. They all smell really high quality and there's lots to choose from and they smell like they've got really nice naturals mixed in with the not typical aroma chemicals but more classic perfume smells, mixed media. I didn't get any like really nasty woody amber type sharp harshness, so highly recommend Santa Maria Novella. I did go to a couple of other perfume stores, one called Aquaflor. I've got no footage of that, but it was really nice and I highly recommend you go if you are in Florence. They only sell their own brand and it's like an apothecary type shop. Lots to choose from, lots to smell, really nice, beautiful, heavy bottles. Prices were okay, about 95 euros for 30 ml, but some were more expensive depending what range they were from. I really enjoyed one called Sultan, which is very incensey, and then there was a couple of florals that I enjoyed. One, I couldn't tell you how to say it. It begins with a T, but it sounds more like it sounds like it begins with a C, and it's the Italian word for gypsy. That was probably my favourite in the end. A musky, light floral with a slight sweetness that came through in the dry down. You're very musky again, because I love musk. So highly recommend checking out Aquaflor. Where else? And then I went to a place called Spezia something, which is what used to be Perfume Florence. I used to have Amber del Nepal from them, plus a couple of others. Really nice in there as well, nice staff, lots to smell, lots to choose from, nice quality perfumes as well as matching body products and all sorts of things. So I enjoyed it in there, but I didn't smell anything that I fell in love with. So definitely worth checking out though. And I also made a purchase of something not perfume. I was talking in my live stream the other night about how I was thinking about getting a backpack. So I don't actually have one at home. I had to throw one away that was sort of wearing away and it was a bit shit. I didn't like it anyway. So I was umming and ahhing about getting a leather backpack because Florence is famous for leather, and I did it. I managed to bargain it down. So here it is. Here it is, just a classic brown leather backpack, but it feels like really nice quality, and I managed to bargain the guy down to 85 euros, which I don't think is too bad for a full leather. It's got lots of pockets and stuff, so I'm really happy with that, and that will help me on my journey home tomorrow because I only had this little tote bag which is really like pulling down on my shoulder, and now I can put more stuff in there because my other luggage but is brimming. Like it's a cabin bag, but I'm actually gonna put it in the hold, so I have got hold luggage for the way home, which means I don't have to worry about, you know, having too much liquids. I went to Pitti Palace today, and Prior to that, I went to Uffizi Gallery, so I've seen a lot of really amazing paintings. I just really love looking at art, and I don't know much about art. I don't know hardly anything about art. Actually, I did buy this. So this is a little pouch with the Birth of Venus. So I actually got to see the Birth of Venus painting in real life. It was absolutely stunning. I just could have just stood there for ages looking at it. I really love it. I love the colours. So it's a famous Botticelli painting, and yeah, I love it. I feel like I want to get my own portrait done. Is that really, really vain? Just tell me in the comments. I'm sure it will cost a bloody fortune. I quite fancy having my portrait done in oils and maybe putting me in some old-fashioned like Queen's costume or something. I would love that. But I know that that's super vain, but I kind of don't care. Let me know what you think. Is it too self-indulgent? I think just looking at all this art and these people that have been captured forever, and you know, it just made me want to do it. Oh, I did the Bobbini. I've forgotten the name of it. The gardens that are attached to Pitti Palace. Bobbini, not sure. So I'll show you some footage of that as well. And then yeah, just lots of eating and drinking and wandering, and it's been absolutely brilliant. I cannot recommend Florence enough. It's just been wonderful. The whole trip has felt like a huge treat. It's felt like I've taken myself on the most amazing date. I've just had the most amazing different wines and different foods, and it's been fab. So anyway, that's enough of my little trip. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.